Reed. Today we're going to be making thermite. So first step, we're going to take some aluminum and we're going to try and separate it into these small pieces until we can get into here, and we're going to try and grind this up into a powder, because to make thermite you need 1 part aluminum powder to 3 parts iron oxide powder, which is also known as rust powder. So I'm just going to do a live video of me making this because it takes a while. And currently I have some rust powder measured out in a bag, but I need to make my aluminum powder. So this might take a while. So you can see it's kind of degrading and taking some of this in my mortar and pestle. And there's already some fine powder you can see on my finger when I wipe my finger on. So I'm going to add some more aluminum foil and we'll see how much we can get going. Oh, goodness. Makes your hands tired. So like I said, if you didn't catch it before, we are making thermite, and our first step to that is grinding this aluminum down into a powder so we can make 1 part aluminum powder to 3 parts iron oxide powder. It's looking good. Once this all gets broken down into small pieces and finally turns into enough powder, I'll pour it onto the paper and we can weigh it out and make some thermite. This should result in some pretty fiery reactions once we get it going. Got a little bit more. We're just got this main 2 pieces to grind down. Almost there. Read. There was 4 viewers at one point. Looks nice. Just a little bit more aluminum foil, and it'll be grounded in some good powder. It takes a very long time, but we're getting close. We're almost there. It's very relaxing. Okay. So now we got some of this aluminum foil. It's hard to see, but there is some aluminum powder in here. We're going to try and save as much of this as we can. So we're going to pour some of this onto here. We'll see how much we can get out. It won't be much. A decent amount. Let's see if I can scrape some out with this. Reed, you stopped watching. You are? Oh, I see you now. Now you started watching again. You're so tricky. Okay, so I got some. I'm gonna do this one more time, and we'll see if we can get just a little bit more. And we should have enough to continue on and make a reaction. Yeah, we have it in the top shelf. It might be behind some stuff. Okay, we gotta make sure these pieces are small. And flat. Okay, this should be enough. So let's continue on with this. I'm gonna get some more light going on here. Oh, goodness. There we go, much better. See if we can get it better positioning. Nice. Got some little beads. Oh, here's a chunk. Don't really want that. And it rolls up and messes it up. But I'm excited to see we got some powder already. Let's see if we can get some more aluminum powder for our thermite reaction. Slowly, the aluminum is degrading, which is good. We're almost ready to start measuring out our stuff. Okay, it's almost done. You can see what it looks like. There's some powder in there. Nice. Okay, it's almost ready. Just a couple more spins of the mortar and pestle. Making thermite, grinding up aluminum powder first. We're almost ready to start measuring out the iron oxide, and then we can set it ablaze. We're almost there. Just a couple small chunks left. Okay, it's looking good. We got some nice powder on there, you can see. So we're gonna try and save as much of this as we can on our thermite thing. So we're gonna pour this out. It doesn't come out very easily. That's okay. I found if you swirl it like this a couple times, it'll get the stuff stuck off the inside walls. Okay, so now we got our aluminum powder from, this is aluminum foil. That's crazy, this turned into that. Okay, so now we have enough for step 2. So we're gonna measure this out and see if we can get some fire going. Okay, so let me grab over my scale. Let's turn it on. You can see some of the iron oxide powder. So we're gonna turn this on into grams, and we are going to measure this out. So I got this nice scale. Oh, my scale is freaking out. Let's tear it. And now we will pour this on here. Pour it on in. Not too bad. Not too bad. Okay. Make sure we get as much as we can of this. Okay, so now we're gonna have a 1-to-3 ratio. So we have about 0.344 grams here. So we want 3 times that. So about a gram of iron oxide powder. So we're gonna set this to the side for now. We'll set it right there. And we were gonna get our not pre-measured yet actually. We have our bag of iron oxide powder, also known as rust. We're gonna open this up. Grab the spoon I left in here. And we're gonna measure out on here about a gram of rust. Let's tear that up and add some in. Ooh, way too much. Oh goodness, I'm gonna pour this back. That went a lot quicker than I expected. Let's see if that's good. Still quite a bit too much. Start over and tear it. And now we're gonna add our rust. So you want a little bit more. Oop, just a bit too much. Take some of this off. And that looks about perfect. Okay, so now we got our rust powder going. I'll add a little bit more. So we'll put our rust away. So now we have our aluminum powder and our rust powder, a 3-to-1 ratio in weight. So if we set this to the side and bring in our piece of paper, we're gonna pour this on in and start this reaction going. So this reaction actually needs a lot of heat to start. So it's not quite gonna start just like now, but I have some magnesium and we're gonna try and see if that magnesium will start the fire and hopefully get the reaction going pretty good. It's been pretty exciting. It's almost like fireworks once we get it going. but I bought this iron oxide powder is store-bought, but I made some earlier in an early reaction by just rusting some nails for a couple weeks in a bucket and then filtering it out. And that worked pretty well, actually. Okay, so now this is pretty thoroughly mixed together. So I'm going to go grab the magnesium. I forgot where I put it, so I'll be back in a couple seconds. Here we go. Okay, so we're gonna see if I can find this. I can't quite find it yet, so I'll give you guys some entertainment while you're waiting. Oh yes, we got here.
Wait a minute, she just pulled up Grammarly.
That is a smart move by Adams. Grammarly is an AI writing partner. Helps you make your point.
Look at that, Bill. She just asked Grammarly to help her write a summary of her doc, and she's shortening it. Beautifully done.
Okay, let's start it over. There's some entertainment.
The coconut nut is a giant nut. If you eat too much, you get
Okay.
very fat.
We don't need to worry about that. Okay, so now I got my magnesium. Finally found it hidden in the corner. So we're gonna use this magnesium to light it, and I'm just gonna put a couple pieces in here, or a couple small strips if I can get this out. This is very reactive. So I'm just gonna get a couple pieces in there because sometimes the thermite has trouble starting. And this should help it ignite a little bit. So we're gonna mix that in. And it looks good. Okay, so let's bring this outside, which might take a little bit of effort. And we'll see if we can get the fire going. This should be pretty exciting. Okay, I'm gonna bring you guys outside. This might be a little hard. We'll make it work. Okay, one sec, I must first grab the lighter. The lighter is very important. Okay, lighter has been attained. So we're gonna go outside. Oh wait, I completely forgot the magnesium. Let's grab this magnesium first. 2, because we need a little bit more. We're definitely gonna need this strip to get it going. Okay, so now we got our lighter, some magnesium. We'll grab another strip for extra good luck. Okay, and then we're gonna bring this outside. So, here we go. This reaction should be pretty exciting. Okay, so here we go. And let's get this lit ablaze. We're gonna go to my fire pit. This way, we don't want to catch anything. This should be nice, good for keeping fire. away. Okay. So here we go. This is our spot. Let's see if I can adjust you guys to get a better view. And fully, we can get some good fire on. Okay. So first I'll just adjust you guys. Hopefully you can get a better view. Okay, almost there. Okay, now let's get the reaction going. This should be exciting. Okay, if my camera will stay stable, which currently does not want to stay stable. So, here, I'm just gonna set a rock on my camera stand so it'll work better. Okay, there we go. Get this in focus. And first off, I'm just gonna tear a bit of this paper. Actually, no, we're gonna start by just piling this up pretty nicely. It's not very much thermite, but it's still some thermite. We got some magnesium in there, and I will put a nice old strip of magnesium metal. This should be pretty bright and hopefully make the reaction work pretty well. I'll add a bit extra just to be safe. Sometimes it doesn't light the first time. We want to make sure it lights. We'll be extra generous with that magnesium. I'll do a test so you can see what the magnesium burns like. Normally it's pretty awesome. So you can see if I take this little bit of magnesium here and light it on fire, sometimes takes a second. It should create a pretty good reaction. So there. So this is what's in most sparklers because it's one of the brightest burning metals. So it's often used in sparklers. So now here we get to the thermite. Let's light this magnesium and watch this reaction. Hopefully it starts. It should be great. There we go. Oh, it did not start yet. Why? What? Okay, maybe it just needs a little bit more magnesium. Sometimes the magnesium doesn't get air. We want this to go. So, add some magnesium in here. Let's see if we can get this going. Okay, let's try this now. Okay, so we're about to light this. We have some thermite and magnesium mixed together. Hopefully we're gonna create a pretty good reaction. Whoever this one viewer is will be happy to see it. Because you can see, I'll do an example with this magnesium to see what it looks like. This is magnesium, which is commonly used in sparklers and other fireworks because it's very, very bright. It's almost too bright that to the point where if you look at it, you might go blind, and that could be bad. So as we light this magnesium on fire, which it's not catching, very easy. We'll wait a second. It needs to get pretty hot to load up until it burns. Oh, here you go. So here it's very, very bright white, like very, very bright white. Some of the brightest light it can be, although it doesn't pop out that way on camera. So let's see if we can